Hello and welcome to the Limit of Adhesion's USF 2000 League. Round 5's at Red Bull Ring. My name's Mark and joining me in the commentary booth is Steve. How you doing, Steve?
I'm great, thanks Mark. It's fantastic to be here at Spielberg in Austria. It's looking to be a warm and pleasant day there in Austria, so we'll get some really good racing, I'm sure.
Indeed, Red Bull Ring, it's quite a nice fun track, so yeah, hopefully we'll get some good racing.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. It's actually home track to one of our drivers as well. It's Philip Miles' home track here.
It is indeed. Of course, Red Bull Ring, a fairly short track, so we're going to see fairly quick lap times here. Of course, there's only about 7 or so corners to learn, so yeah, it's one of the easier tracks on the calendar. But obviously with it being so short means that lap times, especially in qualifying, are going to be very close, so one tiny little mistake will be crucial.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah, as we look at the championship standings, we can see Alex Murphy on top with 203 points. It's looking quite close behind him. Ben Chalcroft, Oliver Ettridge, Stephen Maxwell, all within touching distance, Steve.
Yeah, they are. It's going to be fascinating to see how this pans out. It's looking to be a very, very close season there, and obviously Alex has taken the bull by the horn, so to speak. It'll be interesting to see how he gets on here.
But indeed, as we see championship standings scroll down, we've had quite a lot of drivers enter this championship.
Yeah, it's been a very busy season, so I'm hoping that a lot of these drivers don't, they carry on and into the next season, which we're looking at. It's going to be a sprint, endurance, and prime triple season, triple header, which would be really good.
Yes, of course. Yeah, worth mentioning that this will be the last season of the USF, as the Limit of Adhesion looks to diversify and consolidate the championships a little bit. So we're going to have 3 championships running once every 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the USF will come back at some time, because the drivers have really, really enjoyed racing these. As you can see from the champion standings there in Club 1500, Steve Angie is on top, and it's very close, even down to Steve Pepper there in 4th. It could all turn around, and there's plenty of points still on offer.
As we look at team standings, and User Society with a very commanding lead at the top there.
Huge lead, yeah. I mean, it's going to take some overhauling. He's up by Minardi, and I think Risky Orange and Risky Blue are starting to fall away slightly. It's surprising to see Wizards so far back as well.
Indeed, of course, Chio Malarin, reigning champion, and well, the only champion that the USF has ever had, given that we've only crowned 2 championships and both of them have gone to Chur. So
that's it. Yeah, I think it could have cost him a fortune. I think it could have cost him a fortune to start posting those trophies across to Alex in Canada. As we can see, Paul Sitters, Chio Malarin there on banging it on pole there on 33.41, and Club 1500 Philip Miles on his home track there, putting in a fantastic 1:33.980 to take pole for Clubbers. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how they cope with this, with these nippy little cars.
Indeed, and we were saying about how the Wizards and Chur especially weren't doing so well this year, but then he's just gone and proved us wrong, hasn't he? Commentator's curse. He stuck it on pole.
That's it. Stuck it on pole, and I'm sure he's going to try and make the most of this and try and get away as far as he can from Alex. As we see there, the grid going through, P7 Russell Bright there. He'll be looking to get towards the front. Another Wizard there, Eric Pusey in P10. So yeah, so we're looking forward to this race. It's always a great. The track itself lends itself to some great racing. Pit lane start there for Chris Forrester. I'm trying to look down. I'm not sure that Chris is the only one at the pit lane start today.
I believe he might be. Well, he certainly is so far.
And that's the end. 19 drivers today.
Yep, so one start for the pit lane, so we'll have 18 on the grid. 18 doing the formation lap at least. And here we go, we're getting ready to go. And, well, there we have it. The drives are underway already. Shio Malarin got the ideal start, and he will lead into the first corner. They are all looking like they're behaving themselves into turn 1. Alex Murphy with a decent start. He's going to be looking to fight Michael Messenger down into turn 3. And there is James Pepper going up alongside Ben Chalcroft. They have all made it nice and safely through the first corner, apart from, well, Chris Forrester, after his pit lane start, is in 19th with about 11 seconds off the pack. But other than that, we've got 2 wide, 3 wide. James Pepper backing out of it very sensibly.
Yeah, he tried to move down there. I think it's Chris White who just tried to move down the inside, and Chris was very quick to see that and just moved to the right-hand side to cut James off.
As we see, oh, we've got a spinner. That is Chris White there. Not sure what happened. He was stationary in the middle of the track, so that's never a good sign. I reckon he must have had a little moment. As we see, oh, we've got a camel sandwich.
That's Rich
Innes on the
Meesters.
outside and Pepper on the inside, and yeah, Rich Meesters in the middle, getting sandwiched by camels.
That was a 3-way switch from camels.
That was indeed. And there's Innes looking to the inside on Nico Minardi. And Innes is on the inside. Looks like he might have that move done, although Minardi holds it around the outside absolutely beautifully. And yeah, Innes is backed out, and that's given Pepper the run. We're going to have 2 camels going side by side into turn 2 and turn 3. And that will be giving Rich Meesters behind a proper toe off the 2 camels behind. Sorry, 2 camels ahead of him. As we see the other camel of James Pepper making a couple of positions. There's Steve going very slowly, not quite sure what happened to him.
Yeah, I think there was an incident. There was an incident in the corner there, and I think Steve was,
because Nico Minardi was not looking too healthy.
No, I think Steve tried to give the place back there, and as a gentleman agreement for if you've caused any sort of incident, and unfortunately caused a bit too damaged.
As we see Winslade and Messenger going wheel to wheel. Messenger winning that mini battle for the moment. But he's not giving up though. He's going to the inside, not quite alongside enough. Well, the Messenger goes very wide. That might be a slowdown for him. We will see. Oh, we've got James Pepper and Russell Bright going wheel to wheel. Pepper going very well, given that he's Club 1500. He has, well, he's showing us alongside Bright, who is going to be late on the brakes. Pepper's going to have to be very brave to take this around the outside. A little lock up. He sticks it around the outside, and yep, he takes that position. Brilliant move from him. Well, that does open the door for Ben Chalcroft, who does have a very good run, and yeah, he's got that position.
Yeah, I think Pepper was a little bit delayed on it as he went over the rumble strip and over the little sausage. So he lost out to Ben there, as Ben had a much cleaner and faster run through that corner.
It's showing Innes as exiting the pit lane, so not quite sure what happened to him. So here's a replay of Chris Forrester. Just, having a little half spin.
Yeah, it was unfortunate for Chris there. He just lost it on that probably cold tyres.
Probably, yeah. As we see Winslade looking to the inside. He's lost a position to Kelly now. So Winslade, after fighting with Messenger just a couple of laps ago, he's now dropped back a position. And here's a replay of what happened.
As well.
Oh, that's what happened to Winslade.
Bit of a side swipe there. Unfortunate. I wonder if he was if he was a little bit blindsided as he came past him.
Possibly, yes. We saw a meatball flag for Eric Pusey. Hopefully we'll get a replay of what happened to him. Now James Pepper, after dropping back behind Russell Bright, he's not giving up. We saw him pushing hard, and little hint of a lock-up into turn 1. We'll see Winslade versus Kelly. The battle rages on. Winslade to the inside. Kelly holds it around the outside over the sausage curb. And Winslade wins that battle. Here we're looking at Meesters fighting for Chris White. They are not in the same class, but Meesters will still want to get ahead if purely for pride.
Yeah, I think there's overall points as well on offer, so Rich will be wanting to take that place for his Cool Camel Guinness. That team there to build some points on.
Indeed. So here's a replay of what happened between Pepper and Minardi. Pepper I think just a little bit late on the brakes.
Yeah, I think Nico was coming across to take his racing line, and Pepper's just out-braked himself and just tapped the back end. It was unfortunate. I'm sure there'll be apologies going in afterwards.
I'm sure I will. So, and talking to Pepper, here he is, just letting Chris Forrester through. And we're back with the battle up the front. So Messengers escaped a little bit. We've got Kelly and Winslade still fighting each other, and Kuzmarek's joining that party as well. Pepper, meanwhile, has gone back ahead of Russell Bright. Russell Bright does usually record his races and post them to YouTube under the name Extra Racing, so go check him out and give him a like and a follow if you haven't already. And yeah, if you want to watch this battle from his point of view, that's where you can do so. Jones again late on the brakes, manages to keep that position.
Russell will know that James is quite quick in these cars. Well, they had the battles last season. One notable one was at Donington, where James led for almost all the race and then nearly finished with a win, his maiden win, and Russell just snatched it away in the last couple of laps.
Oh, was that Russell? I completely forgot who that was. So here's what happened to Maxwell and Innes. Oh, Innes into the gravel, lost it, and yeah, lost his front wing. That's unfortunate. That explains why he had to take an unscheduled trip to the pits. Again, not sure what happened to Pusey, but I'm sure we'll get a replay of that in due course. Yeah, as we see the battle rages on between Pepper and Bright. Bright did have a look to the inside, then the outside, and is tucked back in.
And this is actually shaping up to be the battle for what would be pole position for the second race with the reverse grid.
You're absolutely right, Steve, yeah. As you see Pepper still on the inside line, still able to just about keep ahead of Bright. As we see up ahead the battle between Winslade and Kelly still rages on with Kuzmarek there in the background, waiting to capitalise on any mistakes from this pair. Just looking behind, we can see that Bright has got ahead of Pepper, but Maxwell has as well. So I'm not sure if Pepper just made a little mistake in there.
It's a possibility. There's only there's only half a second between them, but I would think that Maxwell's just he's benefited from maybe a little bit of a tussle between Bright and Pepper.
Possibly, yeah. Pepper, of course, has to be careful not to lose another position because, yeah, fighting with Bright is all well and good. They're in separate classes, but the guy right behind Pepper at the moment is Philip Miles, and that is a battle for the lead of Club 1500. And speaking of the devil, here they are.
There he is.
For Philip Miles now. Good exit. He's in the slipstream. Pepper defending the inside well. He will be late on the brakes. Philip Miles not quite far enough ahead. Pepper will have the inside line, and yeah, Pepper keeps that position quite comfortably in the end. Actually, would you look at that, Steve? We've only got 2 minutes left of this race. So we see a replay of what happened. There's a replay of what happened between Chalcroft and Pepper. Oh, so that's Chalcroft going spinning, a bit of wheel banging.
Yeah, unfortunate that. I'm sure there was nothing malicious in it from either drivers.
Sure there wasn't. Yeah. Here's Kenneth Olive in 16th, trying to chase down Ben Chalcroft after Chalcroft's earlier spin. That we've just seen. Olive only 6/10 away.
Philip Miles really tucked under Pepper's wing now, and he's obviously pulled out to try and get a run on him here.
And of course, with the outside line, it's going to be hard to make a pass into turn 1. And oh, that's very unfortunate. Pepper with a drive-through for 2 minutes and points.
I'm not sure what caused that, whether it was Pepper running over the sausage curve and getting an off track, or whether Philip just touched the back of the car. Maybe giving a 4X. I'm not 100% sure.
It didn't look like Pepper was off track.
No.
So yeah, maybe that was a little 4X. But either way, it's. Well, I'm sure he's absolutely gutted, but I think James Pepper has been absolutely... Oh, he's had an amazing drive so far, so yeah, that's really unfortunate for him.
Yeah, it drops him right down the field as well, because with only having, 19 seconds, he's been disqualified with too many incident points. Oh, such a shame.
Indeed. I think with Pepper, it feels like his races only ever goes one of two ways. He can either be absolutely unbeatable, class of the field, as we saw at Donington and places like that, or there are other races where not necessarily his fault, but just everything seems to go wrong and it just goes from bad to worse for him. So yeah, I do feel for him.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll come together though. He does have some very strong races, and then like you say, there's other races where it just seems to sort of like go belly up for the lads. So yeah, chin up, and I'm sure it'll come good in the future.
I'm sure it will. He's certainly got the pace, and someone else who has the pace is this duo right here, Maxwell and Bright. Maxwell trying to make a move up the inside, and looks like he might just have done enough to get that position. Of course, this is the fight not for reverse grid pole position, because they are both in the top 8. Top 8, of course, being reversed for the next race. But whoever loses this battle will be on pole position.
It's very close.
Indeed, and it looks like Bright actually now may have just had the upper hand in that battle. And yeah, as we see, Maxwell tucks in behind Bright.
Is he going to throw it down the inside in the last corner?
Could well do, yeah. Well, with only a couple of corners left to go, he's going to have to do it quickly if he's going to do it. There goes the move to the inside. Can Bright hang it round the outside? He's hanging it round the outside. Oh, Maxwell spun!
That little dip just caught him out. Last lap.
It did indeed. So yeah, the drivers are on the last lap. Winstade and Kelly still fighting. So it feels like they've been fighting all race. That's unfortunate for Pepper. I think that's a bit delayed.
I think it is. He just got on the power a bit too eager there.
But Winslade in the slipstream. And oh, that's a bit of a disaster for Maxwell. After that spin, he's not only lost reverse grid pole position, he's dropped down to 10th. That's very unfortunate, as we see back here the two guys that had incidents earlier in the race, Innes and Piercy. Piercy's caught right up to Innes. And yeah, that's happened very rapidly over the past couple of laps, because Innes had a good few seconds on him. So I'm not sure whether Innes is having to drive really conservatively due to an instant limit, or whether he's got damage, or yeah, I'm not sure about that. But as we see, drive through for Maxwell, but winner is Chomalarin, and Messenger and Murphy cross the line second and third, separated by just 0.2 of a second.
So pole to flag for Chomalarin, great results.
Indeed. And that was Kelly. I'm presuming Kelly had a slowdown there because he had to properly slam on the brakes.
Stephen Maxwell, the post-race penalty of 35 seconds. So as we see the results from Heat 1, there Chomalarin taking the win, and then followed by Michael Messenger and Alex Murphy on the third place. We've got Gareth Winslade taking fourth, and Pavel Kozmarek in fifth, followed by Gavin Kelly dropping to sixth, and Russell Bright seventh. Chris White taking advantage and getting the reverse pole. Then we've got 11th, Chris Forrester, Steve Pepper in 12th, Ben Chalcroft, Kenneth Olive, Mark Innes, Eric Pusey with Stephen Maxwell, James Pepper being having the disqualification, and Nico Menardi retiring from the race after the contact with Steve Pepper. Excuse me.
Thanks for confirmation of that, Steve. As we see, yeah, Club 1500 results there. Philip Miles, the man from Austria, winning his home race. That has got to feel good. If there's any race that you want to win, it's your home race.
That's it. And obviously the Cool Camels behind him with Rich Meisters in Cool Camel Guinness, and then the Cool Camel Silver drivers behind that. So here we are, Chris White taking pole for the reverse grid, followed by Russell Bright, and then we have Gavin Kelly behind and Pavel Kozmarek. So it's going to be interesting to see how the back of the field come through. Obviously there's some quick drivers here as well, with obviously Gareth Winslade, Alex Murphy there, and Michael Messenger, and it's Chomalarin there on in 8th. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they cope with this lot.
It certainly will, yeah.
Obviously Philip Miles there in 9th. He's come up through the field to the top of the club 1500. Rich Meisters there in 10th, and Chris Forrester. Steve Pepper 12th, and Ben Chalcroft 13th. So yeah, it's as you see the cars coming through the shop there. It's always nice to see these shots with the cars coming past. Mark Innes in 15th, Eric Pusey 16th, Stephen Maxwell all the way down there after his penalty in 17th, and James Pepper there in 18th, and last but by no means least is Nico Menardi.
Yeah, I think there are a few drivers in the grid that will be hoping for a slightly better round 2. And talking of round 2, here we go. So we are under green. Chris White leading the field. Oh, we've got a spinner already. That's Chris Forrester in the Claret going backwards.
Looks like, I think Rich Meisters without a rear wing, and it looks as though there was a Cool Camel as well stuck where
yeah,
Chris
Steve
was.
Pepper's in the pits.
Yeah, it's unfortunate as well.
Yeah, so that's a very dramatic start. But yeah, if we have a look, we've got Innes up to 12th, Piercy was up to 15th, but has just been passed by Meisters. Well, if Meisters had no rear wing, I'm not sure if something's happened to Piercy. You see, Olive has got a time penalty for gaining time illegally. That's a new one, I've not seen that before.
Yeah, neither have I. James Pepper up to 9th place now.
Innes is shown as having a meatball flag. Yeah, and I hope we see a replay of what happened there. But he will have to pit at the end of this lap.
Yeah, I think
We
we've
see
got 3
Maxwell.
laps to pit.
We do indeed. So we see Maxwell going to the inside, trying to get past Innes. Will Innes be able to hold it around the outside? He will probably be looking to go into the pits though, so this isn't ideal for him.
No, he's had to stay out.
He has, yeah. So I'll have to see how bad the damage is, as we see a big cluster of cars there. Going from bad to worse for Kenneth Olive, who gets another penalty for an unsafe pit entry. So we've got White in the lead from Bright, from Winslade and Malarin. Murphy in the top 5 as well. Yeah, it's a very dramatic opening round as we see Kuzmarek trying to go to the inside of Miles. Miles having a very strong opening first lap as he retains the lead for the Pub 1500. We see a bit of a train starting to form. All these guys will be eager to get to the front of it as we see, oh, there's carnage.
Oh dear.
Oh gosh, that's absolute pandemonium. I'm no idea what happened there. Hopefully we'll get a replay, but that's put Pepper up to 4th. Up to 3rd even, as he's just got past Kuzmarek. And yeah, Philip Miles up to 6th. So yeah, Pub 1500 challengers doing quite well in this race. You see Kuzmarek is going to the outside of Pepper. Pepper defending the inside, and I think that won't be too much of an issue for Pepper. He runs very wide though. He's got to be careful of getting a slowdown. So we see a replay of what happened. This is lap 1. Not sure what happened there, to be honest, but yeah. Not sure what caused the initial spin from Forrester. I think it might have been a tap from behind, but that caused him to spin, and then the subsequent damage to Meesters and Pepper.
Yeah, I don't think there's anywhere Steve Pepper could go there. He just the car was stuck on the track exactly where it was going. So that was another unfortunate incident.
Okay, so we've got Innes, White, Winslade, Bright and Olive all in the pit lane. Innes, well, we know Innes had a meatball, and he entered the pits in 8th and has come out of the pits in 8th, such as the carnage and mayhem in this second race.
Yeah, challenging.
Yep, Kelly has managed to get the lead, followed closely by Alex Murphy. Pepper is all over the back of Murphy. So yeah, what do you reckon, Steve? Could this be another Donington where we see Pepper move to the front and manage to stay there and defend well?
I'd like to think that, but unfortunately James seems to have incidents all over the place. But if he keeps his nose clean, he's quick enough. He's a fast enough driver to keep with. Certainly Alex and Gavin Kelly. I've got Pavel Kuzmak in the rear here as well, and Stephen Maxwell. So a bit of touch there.
Here's what happened to PSC. So yeah, just going side by side with number 103.
I think as well.
Indeed, yeah. You see Pepper to the inside of Murphy.
That'd be a brave move.
Kuzmarek and Maxwell side by side. Yeah, did work out for Pepper. He's still behind Murphy.
He's certainly giving Alex something to think about, though, as he comes up this corner.
Indeed, and all this is allowing Kelly just to scamper away slightly. Kelly, of course, with the infamous reverse grid pole position curse, where he's so often on reverse grid pole position, but so rarely actually manages to convert it into the win. Yeah, maybe this will be his chance to do so.
I think that works for a lot of drivers, and we've seen Russell drop it a few times on reverse pole as well, so it does seem to be a curse for the limit of adhesion pole sitters.
Yeah. Of course, it wasn't Kelly on pole position, it was the McLaren of White. As we see, that's Winslade and Kuzmarek coming together.
No, was that Stephen Maxwell, actually, I think?
Sorry, Maxwell, not Winslade. And Kuzmarek doing some donuts.
Hopefully got out of the way then. He was in the middle.
Right, here's what happened to Innes. So Chalkoff spun. Innes didn't appear to be involved in that. So maybe it was just the slightest of netcode incidents, you know, maybe just
Quite probably.
knocked a rear wheel out of alignment or something like that, but either way,
Just
it's a
enough
big
to
shame
give a
for him.
meatball. Yeah, massive shame.
Yeah.
He's still running in 8th though, so he's still got a strong run in there.
Indeed.
It looks as though Pepper's going to be caught by the leaders and laps, so he'll be looking to get out of the way for. There he goes.
And
Nicely
he
done.
does, like an absolute gentleman.
A bit of a wiggle there for Maxwell, Murphy, as he came out the corner and gives maybe Pepper a run on him.
Pepper will have a run, but Murphy has the inside line. I don't think Pepper's going to be able to go around the outside. No, he doesn't. He tucks back in. He does try and go to the inside and pulls up alongside Murphy, but that will become the outside line for the next corner. So, you know, I don't think he's going to be able to hang around the outside. And indeed, once again, he tucks back inside.
Yeah, that was a better part of Valor there. He just lifted off and let Alex through.
Indeed. Certainly feels like Pepper has some decent pace though. And here's what happened. This was the lap 1 incident. Lap 2 incident. Yeah, we saw unfortunate White just getting the corner slightly wrong, and everyone else sort of barreling into him, unfortunately. Pepper still behind Murphy with just 5 minutes of the race remaining.
These lads now are six seconds clear of 4th place.
They are indeed. Kelly still with a bit of a gap. Certainly not race over at the moment, but yeah, Kelly will be glad that he's got that little buffer and that Pepper and Murphy are fighting.
Yeah, both Murphy and Pepper had a bit of a wiggle there where they put the gas down very quickly.
Yeah.
I thought one of them were going to lose it then.
Here's Malarin fighting with Chalcroft. And Innes has managed to catch up to the back of Kuzmarek.
Yeah, that'll have been after Pavel was doing his donuts in the middle of the road.
It would have been, yes. But we'll see if Innes can latch onto the back of Kuzmarek and manage to find a way past.
I think Mark's been doing a lot of cool camel gold on his own at the moment. It's been a bit of a crazy time for Mark Zeff, and we'll be looking forward to welcoming him back to the league as soon as we possibly can.
Yes, we do enjoy racing with Mark, so yeah, hopefully he can come back as soon as possible. You see Innes still on the back of Kuzmarek. He's tucked into the slipstream.
Into the last 3 minutes of the race now.
Yeah, so if Innes is going to find a way past, he's got to do it now. He does have a little look to the inside line, but thinks better of it.
Yeah, not quite close enough.
Right, again on exit. Yeah, he's got a decent exit. He's in the slipstream. He's closing in. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be enough. As we see up at the front. So, Pepper's dropped back from Murphy slightly. And Murphy is now being able to concentrate on closing the gap to Kelly. As we see a replay of what happened between Kuzmarek and Maxwell. That's what dropped Kuzmarek back into the clutches of Innes.
Yeah, a little birdie told me that James Pepper was actually sat just behind watching these two, hoping that one of them would take the other one out.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, that's Steve Pepper with. I think he had a meatball and tried to get away with that. And that's unfortunate. It's a disqualification if you do more than 3 laps.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate. Now back to the battle for the lead then, with just a minute and a half remaining. We see Murphy go to the inside line, go to the outside line, Kelly defending the inside. Murphy now has gone from defending heavily to being the attacker, applying the pressure.
Yeah, it's amazing what that little break does, where you can focus all your attention at the car in the front.
Indeed. So we see we've probably got 1 or 2 more laps. We'll see if they get white flag this time around. I don't think there was white flag, so it'll be 2 to go.
Yep, still green. So there's another lap after this for Alex to try and take advantage of any mistake.
Kelly's wide there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the battle for 7th between Kuzmarek and Innes.
Both cars really wide that last corner there.
Yeah, and of course they'll both be eyeing up the fact that Philip Miles is dropping back slightly. I wonder if that was tactical by Innes there, choosing not to fight in the hopes that they could both close up to Miles, because yeah, Miles has dropped into the clutches of Kuzmarek quite rapidly over the past couple of laps.
Yeah, whether Miles has had a few incidents or whether he's just got a bit of damage, I'm not sure. But, he certainly has lost a lot of time to those 2 drivers. And this is an incident. He just went red and fell.
I'll have to get a replay of what happened there. As we see, now we've got the white flag. So Kelly has 1 more lap to defend. Murphy has 1 more lap to try and find a move. Now he's got realistically 2 more chances. One of them is under braking for this next corner. But he'll tuck himself into the slipstream. Kelly will go defensive. Murphy will go for the outside line. Murphy inched ahead but got a poor exit. He'll tuck back into the slipstream, but Kelly might just have done enough, because the only real overtaking spot left on the lap is down to this braking zone, and Murphy is too far back. Kelly might have just done enough here.
Yeah, once again it's going to be interesting to see if he tries to throw it down the inside of the last corner and just try and force Kelly off and take advantage.
So Kuzmarek's got past Miles. Malarin is now looking to get past Miles. Innes will be kicking himself for whatever happened that dropped him back a couple of seconds behind Kuzmarek. Here we go though, the final corner. Murphy looks to the inside, looks to the outside, no way through. And through the final corner, Kelly's a little bit wide, but nothing is going to deny him from getting the win. Brilliant job for Kelly.
Oh, fantastic result there. And James Pepper takes Club 1500 win as well. So a fantastic result for both Gavin Kelly and James Pepper.
1500 win. Pepper got overall podium as well. So absolutely amazing job.
Fantastic result there, yeah. So as we see for the results for feature race, Gavin Kelly taking the win with Alex Murphy and James Pepper on the 3rd position, bringing up the podium. So we've got Stephen Maxwell, Eric Pusey, Pavel Kuzmarek, And then we got Chris White in 11th, Rich Meesters 12th, down to Nico Medadi, Kenneth Olive, Steve Pepper, all not finishing. So a fantastic race there.
Indeed, so we see the points being applied.
And Club
And
1500.
Club 1500.
Yeah, fantastic
James
result
Pepper.
there. James Pepper, Philip Miles, Rich Meesters, and Steve Pepper.
I think Pepper there showing that he had the pace in the first race as well.
He did,
just showing what he can do.
Yeah, he does have pace in this, certainly in this car as well. And it's just unfortunate that sometimes, like I say, he's involved in certain accidents and incidents, and majority of times it's not his own fault. So there we are, championship standings are for overall, with Alex Murphy continuing to lead the way with 280 points, and Gavin Kelly moving up 3 places into second for Stupid Uguri of 205 points. So it's going to be close at the top again. Obviously, closing down, Alex is going to be he's going to take some doing. So there's not many movers there. Philip Miles goes up to 16th. Eric Pusey up 6 places to 12th. James Pepper up 5 places to 18th. So yeah, some nice little moves there. Pavel Kozmek 8 points up there with into 21st, and Markinis moving 2 places to 28th. Everybody else moving down, or Kenneth Olive staying in 24th place. I don't think there's many movers actually, especially down the bottom end. Club 1500 I think will be about the same. I think Philip Miles is leading the way there in Club 1500, but we'll wait for confirmation of that.
Yeah, I think a lot of these guys are down the bottom end are ones that have only done a couple of races.
Yeah, and as we see there,
there we go.
Championship for Club 1500, Philip Miles leading the way 3:59, Rich Meesters followed by Steve Angie and Steve Pepper, James Pepper moving up there, and Ross Luckhurst moving down slightly if I'm not taking part, Jason Weaver, Slade Bede, and then Lauren Henry Jenkins. So it's very close at the top of Club 1500 as well. There's a lot of points there that we can see, and once again, Anti-Wizard Society 480 points,
huge lead,
245 points. He doubled what Stupid Igori have got, who've moved up 3 places. Medadi Simsport down 1 place into 3rd, followed by Risky Racing Blue, Wizards Black Sapphire, and then obviously further down we've got Cool Camel Silver, with James Pepper taking those points, move up to 11th, 12 points up, and Wizard Fire will be up 2 places. So the battle's on for the top.
So next up we have another oval round, Gateway. So,
That'll be interesting to see how we cope with those.
Indeed. So yeah, we've got our socials popping up on the screen now. They are also in the description. So yeah, if you like what you see and want to come and hang out or come and race with us, yeah, send us a message on Discord, and yeah, we'll see you on the grid next time. So my name's been Mark. Joining me in the commentary booth has been Steve. Thank you very much for watching.
Yeah, thanks very much everybody. You take care. I'll see you on the track next time. Take care. Bye bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.